I'm Bruce Rempel. I'm the Southern Fleet Manager with the Ministry of Highways, and I've worked with the ministry for 27 years. I'm pretty passionate about making sure that fleet runs efficiently and effectively, and we do whatever we can to ensure our customers are pleased with the overall result, even if they don't always start that way. A pre-trip inspection is basically a very defined list of items that you would look at in the hood, in the interior of the vehicle, under the hood, and around the vehicle and under the vehicle, based on what it is you're doing your pre-trip on. So it's pretty hard to go wrong with it unless you don't use the checklist. Well, the importance of a pre-trip inspection is a few things. One, if you do it right, your vehicle is safe and ready for operation for the day that you're going out. And further to that, it's not going to let you down. If you don't do it right, you could end up with pretty serious situations that jeopardize your life or the lives of others around you. Pre-trip inspections are required daily, and if you're operating a unit that was previously operated by someone else and left later in the day and you're picking it up and you haven't run that unit, you should do one as well yourself so that you can ensure nothing went wrong with it during the other person's use of that equipment. Okay, if you don't do your pre-trips properly and something goes wrong, you could end up in a situation where all of a sudden you're relying on something that isn't safe to be relied on. And case in point, a number of years ago, when I'd first taken over in my current role, I was notified that a semi-trailer had driven through the barricades on the Riverhurst or on the Lucky Lake side, and down the hill and across the apron of the ferry and through the apron and out into the lake. It took a lot of work to pull that vehicle out of the lake, and we worked with fisheries, oceans group. We worked with police and dive teams and a lot of folks. It took numerous hours and part of through that day and the night and the next day. We get the vehicle out of the lake. I asked the recovery team with the tow trucks to do a pre-trip, essentially what would have been a pre-trip inspection on the brakes for that unit. That semi-trailer was loaded overweight, considerably overweight with durum wheat, if I recall right. And when I had the S-cam rotation done to determine what the brakes were like, all the wheels on the trailer, all the wheels but one on the tractor. So you've got basically 9 axles with brakes all out of adjustment. Only one brake on the rear tandem of the semi was in operation. So when that operator left that yard that morning, he did not obviously try any sort of a pre-trip inspection on his brake adjustment or to determine if the trailer would hold. He risked his own life and the life of everyone else around him, and the grade on that Lucky Lake hill is very, very slight in the grand scheme of things. So had he been in an emergency situation where somebody had slipped out into the path in front of him, drove out in front of him, he couldn't have stopped. That guy was in a very dangerous situation there, and we were so lucky that no one was fatally hurt or killed. Okay, my advice to new employees or persons that are new to the ministry as far as pre-trips go: take them seriously. Have a look at the form. If there's something on it that you don't understand, ask questions. If you don't get an answer that works for you, ask someone else for clarification, because we all describe or teach differently, and sometimes it takes a different kind of approach to get it through. But it's really, really important that you determine that vehicle is safe before you take it out, because you don't know when you're going to have to rely on the brakes or other aspects of that equipment to save your life or someone else's. So it really is incumbent that you understand it and follow it diligently.